Hello, friends, and welcome to another edition of Timespinner Randomizer Speed Gaming Live 2024. Very excited to bring you this lovely round one matchup between Roenmaru and WindFaeMaiden. I'm Wef Jubster, and I'm joined here in the booth by Urza MTG. How are you?
Hello, doing great tonight. Thank you so much, Wef. I'm really looking forward to seeing this race.
Yeah, we're probably going to be kicking off real soon. And when we get going, we've got a matchup between a speedrunner of the game and someone who was also in the tournament last year alongside WindFaeMaiden and Roenmaru. So this should be a pretty fun matchup. Both runners have a good amount of experience here, and really wanting to see how they maneuver their way around a seed with these tournament flags.
Indeed. This is going to be really good, and we've got a lot of fun changes from last year to really explore, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how other people are taking care of this.
For sure. Yeah, so some of the changes we've got as we're waiting for our runners to kick off, we have the Prism Break flag, which means instead of beating bosses to open up the laser gates that get you to the military hangar in the right side of the present, you have 3 collectible items that are mixed in with the random items pool that will get rid of those lasers and open up that military hangar and eventually the lab. So that's a really fun tweak that we've got going on this season. We also have the pass warp for wheel and spindle, which if you have the Timespinner wheel and the Timespinner spindle, you can go from the past to the present via the library. So that is another really fun addition we've got.
We are starting off with Radiant Orb minus from Mom. Not the worst minus orb to get. You can see WindFaeMaiden already taking advantage of some orb swapping to kill the dummy faster. And Storm Eye Regular is our spell. So
WindFae does enjoy those wind spells and the wind orb, so hopefully WindFae's at least happy about that. No plus orb, but we'll see what happens.
Yep. Another change from last year. Last year, we had I would say, somewhat controversial change of not using Quick Seed, but this year we have Dash from the start.
Yep, and speaking of controversial, we also have I Spy, which means you cannot break walls until you have found the Oculus Ring. There's a just a Forbidden Tome Plus, which is an incredible orb to find for multiple reasons.
Yep, it's a plus damage orb. It allows for attacking across the entire screen, sharp damage. Also means that Jin Inferno, one of the best spells in the game, is going to be plus if and when we find it.
All right. Well, we've got WindFae backtracking from the treasure chest instead of getting the warp.
Yep.
There is one more check that she could have gotten over there, but perhaps just assuming that she's going to have to walk that way anyway. So going ahead and heading off to the right, and we're seeing Roenmaru not get that fire orb that's just to the right of the camp. I doubt with this loadout that Roenmaru is going to go any further to the left than the warp, but
yeah, I would not expect it. The choice, the popular choice has been come grab this one extra chest, which shows us Bombardment Regular, a fine spell in its own right. Hitting this warp and then going back over to the camp to continue to the right. So we'll see. Oh, Rowan is going to continue through Lake Serene.
That's interesting. This could just be. Yeah, I mean, this could be to check to see what that canter in. He is gonna have to backtrack a little bit to get back to a warp. I don't know if anyone's checked. It's Sandman. I don't know if anyone's checked to see if things are flooded or not, or what's going on, but Lake Serene is flooded, so that is about as far as Roenmaru is going to be able to go.
Yep. Meanwhile, WindFae went down to Upper Zarian Caves to grab that warp and then doubled back. Which is also an unpopular choice this year, because without the Oculus Ring and without any sort of vertical movement, you don't get to get any of the checks along the way. So we've got WindFae now heading into the Castle Ramparts. No flooded moat today.
Yeah, WindFae did find a Captain's Cap, which Roenmaru is going to happen upon in a couple seconds here. So that's really good early damage alongside that plus orb.
Oh yeah, we should see our runners tearing through things here. You can see WindFae is just casually killing things for the extra experience, and Rowan's gonna start catching up, getting all the things that WindFae's already gotten.
Yeah, that's one of the cool things about Forbidden, is that you can, and there's a modern warp beacon, so there's their present access. I didn't quite catch where
Yep,
it sent them to.
Yeah, it looks like she mashed through the text before saying where it went.
She's not checking. She doesn't care. She's going to the president. Well, maybe she knew that it was Lake Desolation. So this is very interesting. We gotta jump to the modern immediately.
Yep. So WindFae is gonna go through the start of the game with some extra damage, fight an easy boss, depending on how far she goes.
Right, yeah. The boss there only has 370 or 400 HP.
I think it's 400, yeah.
Yeah, and again, I don't know if either of the runners checked to see if the loop is flooded. But if the loop is flooded, then going to the present is just like an obviously great play here.
Yes, I would agree. Let's see. Oh, Azure stole on the Bombardier there.
That is a pretty cool drop right there.
Yep, that is one of arguably the best secondary accessory to equip.
Yeah, I mean late game, yeah, for sure. I mean obviously you have, yeah. So there we go. Roenmaru at least look. There's a gear 1 in the present, but yeah, Sellen's Bengal and Galaxy Earrings are both pretty good. Especially Galaxy Earrings in these flags. We have buffed them significantly. Roenmaru not going to the present. We're going to see what lies in the loop if it isn't flooded. Again, I don't think either of our runners has checked the map, so...
Yep, another one of our settings that we have on is the Rising Tides flags, which randomly adds or removes water from certain areas of the game, one of which is the castle basement loop. So there's a non-zero chance that Rowan may not be able to get a whole lot moving to the left here. But I don't think either of them has checked. I think you're right. And we've got...
if Roenmaru gets vertical or water mask here, like this is a pretty good call, and it's going to be pretty interesting. Obviously, WindFae getting that gear. There's an outside shot. Roenmaru doesn't get the gear if he happens to burn the vines. And then go topside. But as it stands right now, Empress Rogue from Boots.
That's not bad. One of the
laser access. There's a laser access. Yeah, I mean that's really good. It's something that WindFae's definitely gonna get, unless there's just an absolute series of items in the present. But that's a big find. A gear for WindFae, a laser access for Roenmaru, something that is definitely required, and something that is, I want to say probably required, but honestly I've been proven wrong too many times with these flags already. Laser accesses are that is that item that I was talking about with Prism Break. It allows you to get past those laser gates in the military hangar. And this is Bleak Ring. Oof.
Bleak Ring, one of our risky damage items. It incrementally increases the damage you do. Oh, Rowan takes a death to the giantesses. That's unfortunate.
That's rough. Luckily, get the save?
Yep. And WindFae is entering the library. I didn't see what she got from the librarian.
It's not on the tracker, so
yeah.
Must not have been that important. I was too glued to like, oh god, Roenmaru's about to die.
Empire minus over in the library.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
Yep. We'll see if Rowan. Okay, so Rowan is
just cycling through.
That is an interesting. I wonder if maybe if Rowan has mapped their swaps differently. Skipped that chest. Oh, they knew the check was. Nothing.
They already knew, yeah.
Yeah.
Roenmaru might have auto fire on.
Oh, so they're swapping. Interesting that they're only swapping forward though. Gun minus. That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. There's a spindle. Okay. Right. One of those 5 Timespinner pieces we need to beat the game.
Yep.
Doesn't really do anything right at this point. Runners already have access to the library, so.
And now WindFae is going to be catching up to where Rowan is, going down probably about the same round.
Yep.
So.
Just a minor bit of this. This looks like auto fire. I think that's auto fire. Oculus Ring in the loop.
that is a good time to find this because this loop ends with a breakable wall.
Yeah, so far they've only passed up one breakable wall, I think. So
yeah, so the Oculus, what the iSpy setting that we mentioned earlier, this breakable wall would not have been able to be broken without that Oculus ring in the inventory, to which we get a Kobo, which unlocks 3 checks in the library.
yeah, we do have the laser access on WindFae's side. I missed that again. Jeez.
Yep.
Lots of items back to.
Oh,
oh.
Rowan did the laser access was one of the items.
Yeah,
Rowan
the
skipped.
laser access. Oh my gosh.
So when Rowan died, he had to skip these lower 2 checks here. That's where the laser was.
Ooh. Yeah.
So he's gonna have to come back for that if that laser is important.
So here's the thing. Roenmaru might play this in Archipelago. And a lot of the times in Archipelago, since they're server items, you don't have to go back and pick them up if they're for somebody else. So if you've already done a check, you don't have to go back and get it. Now he's really hoping that those laser accesses aren't required because he is going to have to double dip back and get it.
Indeed.
We will see Roenmaru getting the gear here, though, soon. So that's good news.
Yes. Yeah, I'm definitely going to want to ask Rowan about this swapping strategy he's got going on here. Because swapping between the minus orbs that he's got is an interesting choice. And WindFae making short work of the loop, about to find that Oculus ring. Oh, WindFae actually has 2 laser accesses.
Yeah, I don't know where that second one came from. It was in the library, I suppose, but...
Must have been, yeah. Oh, but Rowan's gonna be able to check this door.
Oh, that's true. I wonder what this is. It's just a high ether. That could have been big.
Yep. I'm honestly... Oh, you know what? I was gonna say I'm surprised Roenmaru came here before burning the vines, but actually it looks, given what we know, given that wasn't anything, I think WindFae's about to get our progression.
Seems like it.
These 2 checks over here have to have something because there was nothing in the present for WindFae that gave access.
I mean, the disaster would be Kobo, right?
True.
I mean, but there's also the lower Lake Desolation that is available, or lower lake, upper caves is what I'm trying to say.
True. Upper caves has also not been checked by either runner. So we'll see what WindFae finds here. Yeah, you're right. So we've got either Kobo or Upper Lake, and I'm expecting, yep, WindFae goes straight over to the Upper Lake. I'm going to go ahead and switch us over to WindFae's audio.
Sure thing.
Because this cave has good music. Yeah, so these caves are a place that we tend not to see early on unless we have to. They're kind of slow, and you have to skip a lot of things if you don't have the water mask.
Yeah, and really, you can also go here kind of in stride with when you're finishing mock hits.
Indeed. Oh no! There was nothing here. This means Kobo is almost certainly our progression.
Starting to seem a little bit like that. I don't know.
Even more, actually slightly better would be Cantorin.
Cantorin would probably be slightly better unless Kobo won. That first chest in Kobo has the progression. Yeah,
that would be the ideal here. And we'll see who gets there first. I think
honestly, Roenmaru might find it, might just dip into Kobo and check that first chest right away. He had the benefit of getting Kobo because of it being in the castle loop.
True. So here's hoping. WindFae likely gonna head to Cantorin, but we'll see what she does.
Yeah, yep. And running out of things to do, we might just go ahead and see a Cantorin fight.
Yep, Sandman at Cantorin isn't too awful with what they've got. They've got Infernal Flames. WindFae face checking for the water, hitting the save point.
Yeah. Infernal Flames is regular, which it's not plus, but it's not minus. So.
Yep. And here we go.
All right, here we go. Sandman at Cantoran. Swapping to Infernal Flames. Getting, obviously, the worst cycle for Infernal Flames in the Rocks Fall cycle. So,
Ooh.
Sandman being nice on the third attack, though, so that's good.
And then not so nice with this one. Luckily, we do have the runners here do have the Forbidden Tome, which allows them to attack at a distance, and now we're on to Sandman phase 2.
Yep. Alright. So, Sandman phase 2, probably a little safer. You kind of want to be on the right side when this attack happens, because you can kind of retreat out of that center one. WindFae does still kind of have to be careful here.
Yes, and there was that laser access. It wasn't back room. Rowan is in fact checking.
Roenmaru's going in. Captain's uniform. Oh, this is a...
Oh, no.
Oh. Well, Infernal Flames is good. Forbidden Tome's also good, but this is...
It's here. It's at
Cantoran,
Kobo.
yeah. Cantoran had nothing. So, this is rough.
This is not an ideal seed. These wheels are really hard to maneuver on with just a single jump. They don't have any sort of vertical movement. Yeah, this is it. This is where it is.
Yeah.
And that's a death for Rowan.
Oh, no. Wait, hold on. WindFae has this check. It's correct. The gas mask that doesn't do anything.
That sure doesn't. Yeah, no, our only progression is here at Kobo, so hopefully Rowan finds something at the shop that can help out.
Chevreau Vin, which is healing,
but did not get taken. So yeah,
I mean, standing and taking pot shots with Forbidden Tome is.
Oh, that was interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, WindFae is going to go clean up, hopefully hoping that this Kobo was not required, but unfortunately it is. So
yeah, I think because Roenmaru has already gotten his check.
Yep, again, there's the laser. So let's listen to this boss fight.
Yeah, no,
oh.
Yeah. No, Roenmaru's going to do Cantoran.
And there's WindFae realizing it's Kobo, so...
Yeah,
wow.
Ravenlord at Kobo is a rough...
A rough time.
A rough time here. Forbidden Tome Plus is, like... I mean, Infernal Flames is good, because it keeps you kind of in place. There's a Captain's Cap. Roenmaru does have that Azure Stole, so if he equips that Captain's Cap...
Yeah, he might
and
have
that
a
Azure Stole. Yeah, WindFae's going for it.
Oh, and Rowan hasn't checked down here yet, so...
Right, so it's going to be all that, and then heading back in. Maybe Roenmaru will kill a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, no, he's jumping.
Yep, alright. Let's
all right, here we go.
Fight.
Yep. Hitting for 82 per double hit from these Forbidden Tomes. This
probably
is probably the strat you want until Ravenlord needs it. Purple Bird's just not leaving WindFae alone now.
Really not.
Alright, here we go.
Upper
back over the top left, it looks like.
Yep, and oh, they hit hard.
They hit really, really hard.
This is, in fact, one of the two Gyre boss locations, so more or less the amount of damage you would expect Ravenlord to do, and the amount of HP.
Yeah, a lot of HP here. Not great movement, and that's a real issue here, is they don't really have a way to maneuver around.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this being a projectile-based orb, can't hit things off screen, so we have to keep Ravenlord on screen in order to make any progress here.
Yeah, it does hit a little bit off screen. It's not like Gun Orb.
Okay.
But it's not exactly foolproof.
That was really close. WindFae is here on 5 HP.
Yeah.
And... oh, does it move? Come on,
nope,
Ravenlord.
Still hasn't moved. You can hear the damage ticks happening.
Yep.
All right, now it's moved.
Probably isn't one of the lowers. Oh, unfortunate death.
This is gonna be a tough one.
Yep, this is. Yep, absolutely, Llama. Hide in the corner, throw scimitars. This is one of the rougher seeds I've seen so far. Oh, I see. WindFae is going to try the Gun Orb strat.
Gun Orb minus. Storm Eye maybe wouldn't be so awful if you can get up close. And again, Infernal Flames isn't bad because it will kill the birds that Ravenlord throws at you while dealing damage. And Ravenlord is weak to Sharp, so... Icicle Ring is in there too. Corruption? Does Corruption work here?
I don't know. I've never seen. So Corruption gets charges when you kill things, and then when you cast a spell, it sends dark damage orbs, if I remember correctly.
They're damage typeless orbs.
Oh, they're damage typeless, which is actually quite nice. We'll see if they get charges off of the red birds.
Nope.
And the answer is no.
Does not seem like it. We have...
Those are projectiles and not enemies.
Yeah. We have Icicle Ring strat, because Icicle Ring is also plus. So, like, they have Roenmaru taking a death at Sandman and Cantor. Oh, yeah, there we go. Standing right in the middle of Ravenlord, letting the Storm Eye do the thing.
Yep, and she decides this is where I want to be.
Yeah. And Ravenlord decides that that's not where he wants her to be.
Nope.
But Storm Eye, like I said before, has the advantage of having that shield that the red birds can't get through. So this is really rough. I honestly, like, WindFae is doing a pretty good job here.
Indeed.
Plenty of damage output, and like it's...
Oh!
Whoa!
That was a rough force wall there.
Yeah.
Now she's gonna switch her setup again. We'll see if she tries to buy some healing, because there are those Shavuot ends there. Nope, yeah. Not this time.
So Roenmaru's on to the second phase of Sandman. He's gonna get Hope Ring, which might help against... I mean, that's anything might help against Ravenlord. I think Icicle Ring is the play here. Maybe Icicle Ring plus the Forbidden Tome. I don't know if the Forbidden Tome would nullify out the Icicle Ring damage with iframes, but that's what I would go for. The grind is also an option. Going into fight some sirens in the upper Maw Caves is probably... Roenmaru taking another death with Sandman.
Alright. Here's take 3, I think, on Ravenlord on WindFae's side.
Yep.
And Rowan is going to go buy some items from Sagus.
Wow, the jerky. Oh, decided not.
I actually wasn't aware that Sagus' inventory was static and not randomized.
Not randomized at all.
And the only way to make those better is to do the side quests, and that's a little harder to do in the randomizer.
Actually, I think it's impossible.
Oh, did they just not work at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead, getting those Storm Eye damage ticks in, plus the shield from those red birds. So, I saw a filigree tea in there.
But that's a drink, so it's going to be aura restorative.
The rule is, if you drink it, it restores your aura. WindFae having a decent fight here.
If you drink it or breathe it. As those mind refreshes are inhalers.
Yeah.
Oh, another death for Rowan.
Another death.
Ooh. So now the question is, what progression are we going to see when this... Oh, God. If we get through this fight.
That's an if we get through this fight. I feel like WindFae was really close that time.
She was getting there because Ravenlord moves, what, 5 times during this fight based on HP gates? I'm not actually sure how he works.
But like this is Roenmaru getting the glitch where Forbidden Tome will cause some enemy projectiles to despawn, so there's something. Alright, we've got Storm Eye, Forbidden Tome, Oculus Ring here. Or, I'm sorry, Icicle Ring. Getting a little bit extra damage there from that Icicle Ring. Yeah, I think Storm Eye just as a defensive spell here is more value than his offense almost. Alright, that's movement number 1. Roenmaru having a bit more luck with Sandman this time, so there you go.
Excellent.
Roenmaru's taking out Sandman at Cantor and is unfortunately going to see that it's time.
And is going to have to go back over here and head to Kobo.
Oh yeah, WindFae's getting a lot of time here with this bottom right.
Yep, the bottom spots are definitely the ideal places.
Maybe using WindFae as a bit of a hint to where it moved to. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So WindFae should be good here for a little while. There's a grab attack coming.
Ooh, wind.
Don't sell the Captain's Cat. You need to equip that. Sell the Librarian Hat. Keep the Azure Skull. Oh, yep.
Yep, Rowan's got a pretty good set of equipment going in, and is going to buy some healing.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good healing. Oh, there it is!
There it is!
Taking out Ravenlord.
And what do we get? We get the
Aura up and the Celestial Sash.
Perfect vertical movement. And
so there is the infinite vertical.
And that's
something that would have been really helpful about 10 minutes ago.
Or that very fight, yeah.
Yeah.
And WindFae is going to use it to go to Alana's tower.
Roenmaru saved, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
He bought his chauffeur ovens and saved before heading into this fight, and he's going to... Yep, ice below.
4 more damage than WindFae had, so...
That's something.
You can't discount it.
Pretty good discipline on it so far, and we've got lower right. Okay.
Alright, lower right. This is good elevation. This is really good. Just gotta not get hit by that purple bird. It's doing a lot of damage.
WindFae found the galaxy earrings over in the tower and is going to go check the twin spot.
Yeah, it looks like it.
She's probably thinking, I've wasted so much time, I need to check everything and take every risk. This has been a spot that many players have been skipping because with the laser accesses on their own item, this boss just gives you a single item and nothing else.
Right, and the other key behind it is that if you fight the vanilla boss here, so like if it's the twin plus the golden idol, there's like a frame where you can actually see the reward for this fight. So a lot of people bank that they're going to be able to peek at what the reward is as WindFae. Like, I kill Ravenlord. Are you serious? This isn't going to be a problem.
Yep.
All right, blue orb. Roenmaru having a damageless phase 1, it looks like, of Ravenlord. So moving on down here.
Yep, I was trying to catch WindFae's level because she was probably double-digit levels already after that fight.
I would say so. All right. Moving once more. I think the key difference here is that Roenmaru is not thinking of Storm Eye as a defensive orb. Yeah. Storm Eye is going to be what allows you to approach Ravenlord here.
Yep. WindFae checking the pink room. We've got, the tablet.
The tablet.
And an Aura Blast.
Let's see. Roenmaru looking at the options here.
I see what he's doing here. He's making sure that if he does do his auto fire orb swapping strats, that he hits more forbidden tomes.
Yeah.
And WindFae heading up into the tower.
Yep, here we go. Yeah, now's the time where you're going to kind of see some really killer movement with WindFae over there with the Celestial Sash.
Yep, our first flooded area.
Yeah, our first flooded area here.
So there is one chest under that water that requires the water mask that our runners will have to come back for later once they have figured out where that is.
Yep. All right, Roenmaru at the bottom right here. Just not trying to dodge the purple birds here. Like, really needs to just jump. And I understand that it's hard to maneuver around, but when you take one hit and it's half of your
HP total,
your HP. Oh, the tower shop sells Azure Stoles.
Oh wow, that is handy.
Yeah, Roenmaru needs to. I don't think he realizes exactly how much damage is being dealt there.
I expect that he is going to get a feel for it within another fight or two.
Yeah.
And perhaps he'll go through his spells and see, maybe the Storm Eye will help. It is one of the lesser used spells, I will say. It's got a few very specific utilities, like this exact fight. We've got WindFae taking the lower route through the tower. This has become more popular this time around, again, because of the wanting to find different damage orbs, I think.
Yeah.
That Meteor Sparrow really wanted to find WindFae.
Yeah, Meteor Sparrows, they want your blood.
Speaking of traps, actually, we have one new trap this year. Thanks to you, actually, Wef. Thank you very much for implementing this. There is a throw stun trap. That throwing move that we're seeing a lot of from Ravenlord, actually, has the ability, it can show up in a chest and just launch you across a room.
It's true. And sometimes it's very, very funny.
Yep.
There are instances where you can go a good distance by being thrown.
Yep. In my race last week, we found a throw stun trap in the backer room that Roenmaru is going through. It launched me all the way into those stairs and then clipped me into the floor.
Yep. Slopes are weird.
Yep. WindFae finding not much post the Alana fight. So
Water Mask.
Oh, was Water Mask up there?
Yeah. I would say that's something.
Oh yeah, that's something. That's the next progression item.
Yeah.
Along with that tablet. So WindFae's now got a lot open to her. She's gonna go get that water check before she forgets.
Oh, he's using the shield ring.
Oh, smart! Actually, that's another. That is free blocking of the birds.
That is another great idea. Not going to help It's not going to help with jumping around while dodging those birds, but it is something.
Was that the B key card?
That was the B key card.
Excellent. And WindFae gonna go check the bat ledge. Nothing here.
Oh. Roenmaru had good movement. And just got tagged by a bird.
Oh, and the purple birds came in for the kill.
This has to be frustrating. I honestly...
Yeah, no, I can't imagine that Rowan feels great about being stuck in this. That was the Ancient Pyramid Warp, and that was... Or was that... No, that was Past Warp.
Yeah, that was Past Warp. So nothing really that WindFae didn't already have access to. I guess unless it was the Maw case.
Another utility of Storm Eye here is scaring the Bombardiers.
Yeah. All right, Roenmaru, let's do this.
You got this, man. You can do it.
Again, the grind strat isn't awful here. Getting some kills there. There's some places that you could go to get some pretty cheap XP in the Sirens down in the upper caves of Banishment. But the key here is Roenmaru's got to at least try to maneuver a little bit here to get out of the way of those purple birds.
Yeah, they are going to continue to murder. Meanwhile, WindFae found Sellen's Bangle, one of those two increased experience items.
Yeah, 2 Azure Stoles. Pretty good. So I don't know if WindFae is going to equip those. Sellen's Bangle. I know she already unequipped the Galaxy Earrings, so...
Oh, another death from Rowan, unfortunate.
It is very unfortunate.
WindFae is going to burn the vines to give her more access in the present.
Leveling would increase damage a bit. It would also increase max HP, which is pretty big here, and to a lesser extent, I believe defense. So, but even getting a 10% increase in damage here with a plus orb, your level is going to increase more swiftly with levels. So, one level when you're using a plus orb has kind of an outsized effect on your damage per second.
Especially with a high base damage orb like this one.
I did roll the seed. All right, Roenmaru, dodge the purple bird this time. All right.
Excellent. Good work.
Okay, the shield ring doing some work here. I got to give it to Roenmaru for sticking it out.
Yep.
All right. Oh, thought he was moving. Thought Ravenlord was moving. Gonna get up and jump all the way to the bottom right. Waiting. Yeah, he's not gonna move until you do more damage here, Roenmaru.
Oh,
snuck under the shield.
Oh man, those birds were pixel perfect. WindFae continuing to explore Lake Serene here. Nothing terribly useful yet. Gilded Egg will solve all of their money issues.
Yeah, this is... I really do want to give shout-outs to Roenmaru for sticking this out.
Yeah, this has been a rough 15 to 20 minutes on this boss.
Yeah, about that. And as a last location, that's just... I was really hoping that first chest was going to have the progression.
That would have been really, really nice, because then they would have been able to just warp out and continue on, come back when they had some more levels on them. Tiki card over in Forget-Me-Not room.
Yeah, and in addition, honestly, any boss but Ravenlord would have probably been fine here.
Yep, absolutely. But Ravenlord, probably the worst fight to have when you have no vertical movement whatsoever.
Right, or time stop for that matter.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Time stop may have been enough to. WindFae using bombardment to great effect.
Smoked. Nightmare. Final boss of the game, by the way. Alright, Roenmaru's at the top right. Gotta get left. Over there. Or top left, I need to say.
Yep.
Alright, so WindFae going back over to the library with that tablet.
Gonna have a brief overlapping moment.
Yep.
Sunring Plus.
Yep, that's the 2 parts of the Jin Inferno trio that aren't Jin Inferno. WindFae not remembering she doesn't have the D card, so heading back over. They did get the Maw Caves, she had a Water Mask, so I think she grabbed that.
Yep, she tapped that warp on her way through, and now she's gonna go through these caves, which probably the right call. You've got Sash, you've got Water Mask. You can't be blocked through this, and Gas Mask for that matter.
And Gas Mask, so fighting the Maw, if she so chooses, is in logic.
Yep, the Maw being the third boss whose check is slightly nerfed by Prison Break settings. The Maw at this point now unlocks 2 locations in the present that require fire access, but also makes the present more dangerous if you don't have that Gas Mask.
Yeah, you start to slowly suffocate if you don't have that Gas Mask. Alright, Roenmaru's gonna use one of the Chevaux Vent. Gosh.
Come on, Ravenlord, be nice to us.
Please be nice. Alright, top left.
Yep. Top left again.
Yep. just getting stun locked by these birds.
Oh.
Please heal.
Oh, okay, good. That was very close. There's the last Chivalry of Vown.
Maw caves are flooded.
Yep, and nothing in the save and quit, the save scum locations. Especially with this water. Good thing to avoid doing.
Yeah, I can't say enough how this is the worst case scenario for a seed to be. There's so much that these runners could do. I mean, look at their trackers.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And they've done it.
All of that. It's all of the math that is not rolling. Oh, there's D and V in Jackpot Room. There's so much math in not rolling progression outside of Kobo. And then the additional, literally any other boss could have been here. So multiply that by like 1/12 or something. Like,
yeah, it is literally 1 in a million required Raven Lords. I think we get this once a tournament, actually, where there's a Raven Lord without vertical that's required for something important.
I don't think it's ever been here, though.
No, I don't think it was here. I think the last time it was at Boots.
Yeah.
Which is not nearly as bad when you only have to deal 400 damage. As opposed to, what, 5,000?
Yeah, around 5,000. Basically, with this 90 at a time, I mean, it's good damage. These wheels...
The worst.
Are the worst. Yeah, and there's... The purple birds always come in at the worst possible time.
Every time they'll catch you.
Yeah, WindFae coming through the Maw caves. Alright,
oh.
Roenmaru might be going to grind now.
It looks like it. What's he gonna grind on is the real question.
Oh, giants. Yep. There's 2 of them right here.
There's 2 of them. They've got a decent amount of experience, and he can put them both at once. Yep.
Alright, so WindFae is going to go fight them all.
Yep. Makes sense. She's got the access. She's got the gas mask.
And a whole lot of not a lot going on outside of the checks that get unlocked by this. So, yeah, no, you might as well.
Yep. Also, the flooding to WindFae's advantage here, with Boss Randomizer and skipping some of these cutscenes, normally you get hit by Prince Nubius's Aura Blast there when you're spawning. But because the water slowed her descent, she dodged the Aura Blast.
Yeah, so you can see, even with these giantesses resisting Sharp, Roenmaru is already getting an extra damage off of 1 level up. So, couple more here. Raven Lord will be taking an extra, like, 6.
And that hopefully will be all the difference. Plus, there is money inherently coming in from these, I believe. WindFae demonstrating one of our other allowed glitches in this tournament, which is the elevator glitch. If you jump as you are sending this elevator down, gear 2 at the shaft. If you jump as you send the elevator down, you will be in midair. When the platform goes down, you'll start to fall and you'll gain control in midair, giving you just a little bit of extra vertical you don't have to retraverse.
I want to thank Jim the Eternal for a raid. Thanks, Jim the Eternal. Welcome to the race. We've got not great situation here, but Jim the Eternal will be racing, hopefully somewhere on Speedgaming tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern against Waffle Soup. So,
yep, 2 very good runners of this game. That should be a really good race.
All right, Roenmaru going back up, giving it another try.
So yeah, as Garrett in chat has mentioned, there's the wheel behind the D card. So WindFae is now 1 Timespinner piece away from being able to finish the game.
Oh, only 48? How is it only 48? Well, maybe I was wrong. Okay, so as long as there's no purple bird here. All right, there you go, Roenmaru. Now this strat he's been using, jumping all the way down to the bottom right.
I think it's a pretty good one.
it kind of pins him in place for the purple bird, but it does make the traversal down here really, really safe. And Ravenlord's even ducking down a little below the starting location in the bottom right to make it easy to hit. Now here's where Roenmaru has found problems before.
Yep, I
Getting
will
to
say
that top left situation.
Yep. The
Heal, please.
That purple bird hit him twice in quick succession.
Yeah.
That was quite rude. I will say the extra levels, the HP, the defense helped quite a bit, and just the number of hits he can take, that is helping. Oh.
All right.
Trying to see what was going on.
Yeah, I saw the stream. Oh,
And
there's
there it
go mode.
is.
There is go mode.
Nothing past
Nothing
the
past
tower.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So WindFae is gonna make her way through the ancient pyramid, which is the last area of the game, in order to get to the final boss. Final bosses, rather.
Yep. All right, Roenmaru heading back down to the bottom right.
And I will not be surprised if Rowan forfeits as soon as WindFae not done.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
He's now been here for 20 minutes on one boss fight, and yeah, that is demoralizing, to say the least.
This one wheel keeps getting Roenmaru. Can't quite make it up there. Again, this is where WindFae's use of Storm Eye kind of worked out in her favor. And yeah, see, the birds just go right up over the shield sometimes.
Yep, slight variances in their approaches, and meanwhile WindFae is checking for the rare enemy spawn on the way down to the final boss.
Getting a B-trap in the last chest, and here comes the Maw.
Yep, the Maw is a rather easy fight in the randomizer. All you have to do is stop time, walk up against him, and then unstop time and go to get the town. Now only 2 attacks can hit you when you're in this spot.
If you're using Storm Eye, only one. Because the one attack that can hit you is the Ninja Star that the Maw spits out.
Well, the laser can also hit you.
Yeah, but that's the one.
Oh.
After on Varney, final Varney. This is
kind of a rough
not
one,
optimal.
actually.
I think WindFae will probably be fine here.
Yeah, after that Ravenlord.
Yeah. Just barely staying out of damage range there. Having time stop, skipping through the fire. Using potions just in case. Those missiles are going to do a lot of damage. Roenmaru kind of...
Oh no. Poor Rowan.
Poor Roenmaru. This is kind of part of the reason why we do the old 2 and out instead of single a limb. Oh.
Ooh, close one.
Yeah. It does look like those missiles are doing pretty close to half of WindFae's HP, but that is it.
That is it for WindFae with an official time of 46 minutes and 47 seconds.
Yes. Exclamation points in chat for WindFaeMaiden.
Our winner tonight. Let's see if we can get her in here. Yep.
Hello, WindFae. You are currently muted, WindFae. Roenmaru's on bottom left. Hold on. Oh, this might be the one.
Might be it.
Hello.
Hello, WindFae.
Hello, WindFae. How about that required Ravenlord at Ifrit?
I almost had Ravenlord the first time. It was in the bottom left, where it goes before it dies, and
Please
turns out, that's not its last location.
That's not
As
the
we
way.
That's not its last location. Upper right appears to be the last location, at least for Roenmaru, who
Oh, really?
just took another death. Yeah, Rowan's been here for
25-ish minutes.
yeah 25
Oh.
minutes now. Took some time to go grind the giantesses that are next to the castle warp.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, is having a rough time of things.
This is one of those times where I'm glad I took some time to just kill enemies, like, on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, that
Roenmaru.
sucked.
Yeah, Roenmaru found an Azure Stole as the engineers drop
wow.
Azure Stoles.
What? Wow.
Yeah, he killed the engineer next to the moat control, the drawbridge controls, and got an Azure Stole right then and there. But yeah, it is. This is certainly being a rough fight.
Yeah, Roenmaru's kind of adapting a little bit, going to the right first, kind of taking pot shots at Ravenlord from over here. So he's already going to be over there when he moves. So this is good strats. Oh, and because he's over there, that's why. Because he was over there, Ravenlord moved to the bottom left.
Oh.
Middle left, actually. That's
Using shield is smart.
It
yeah,
is.
the Storm Eye was a big play on your part.
Yeah.
It basically kept you safe from the red bird.
Yeah.
I was hoping... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was hoping Corruption would count for killing the birds, because then I was like, that's a lot of damage you could get off on Ravenlord in like a single burst, if it counted.
Yeah, we did see you try that, and unfortunately they do count as projectiles. And
Yeah.
unfortunately what we're seeing is the shield ring is helping about 60% of the time, but the variations in the flight paths of the bird is causing them to either go over or under the shield enough that when he thinks he's safe, he's taking that damage and just taking death. So
Switching to bombardment here.
that is actually not too surprising. It is
Can't
sharp.
miss.
It won't miss. It's sharp. No, it's blunt damage. That's right.
He switched back to Infernal Flames. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, besides that, WindFae, pretty decent seed.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad after that. At that point, I was just like, I'm gonna just fight every boss I run into, mostly because I know that I can kill them, and it'll feel good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
After beating Ravenlord at this spot, you must feel powerful. I was trying to catch your level after you fought the twins, and
Twins.
yeah, it was probably, I think you were already double digits by then, and it was just like, yeah, that
Just
tracks.
an absolute formality at that point.
Seeing that there were Azure Stoles for sale as well, I was just like, yeah, I don't have to worry about anything.
All right. Bottom right, and yeah.
Oh.
You have to give it to Roenmaru. It's like
Still going.
Yep.
just saying, you know what, I don't care. I'm gonna get this fight.
Yeah, I am guessing for him it is, or for them it is now a matter of principle.
For sure.
I was so worried most of the time because I feel like I jumped around a little bit and like I went to I think the left a bit before I did some other stuff, and then I found Oculus Ring in the bottom of the tower, and I was like, oh, that would have saved me like 2 trips that I just did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Roenmaru did get those in stride, and yeah, if those would have paid off, this would be a very different race right now. But this required Ravenlord is the difference, clearly. Now, you took a couple, 4 tries?
Yeah, I think 4 tries.
Yeah, like, what were you thinking? You know what, 4 tries is a good amount of tries, I'm fine? Or were you thinking, oh, I gooped something up, and, like, Roenmaru's ahead of me? Like, what was going through your head there?
The very first death, I was just like, this is bad. Because like I was so close to killing Ravenlord, I was just like, it is possible. And like, I don't think I've really seen Roan play before, so I was like, I don't know if it's like something that they got first try. If so, wow, I'm pretty boned.
I mean, you just gotta play through it at that point.
Yeah. At that point, I was just like, I'm just gonna go as fast as I can. I'm gonna get every single odd check just in case I am behind.
Yep.
I went back and grabbed a ton of breakable walls or just like one-off checks with water mask.
I will say that Rowan did have some pretty ideal routing. He was able to get Oculus before most of the breakable walls, and that is a forfeit from Rowan.
Yeah.
Congratulations in the race time GG room.
That's really unfortunate, but again, it's double a limb, so this is not gonna really define the tournament for Roenmaru necessarily. So we're gonna see if Roenmaru joins us for comms. It was really, really just close a couple of times there on Roenmaru's side. Like, you got an off-screen kill of Ravenlord. Ravenlord wasn't even on screen when you got the kill, so.
Well, at least that for the first seed, that is behind me now.
It's behind you. It couldn't
Indeed.
possibly happen again.
Couldn't possibly happen again. Hey, Wef, don't roll my future seeds.
My bad.
That's fine if you do.
All right. We'll see if Roenmaru joins us for comms, but in the meantime, you are the victor of your round 1 match, so you will be going up against Nochibato, who won in round 1 against Silent Brow.
And Rowan will be going down to the losers bracket to play against Silent Brow.
So yeah, a little bit of symmetry there. You are through to the second round. Now, looking forward, you are in last year's champion, Plainswater.
Mm-hmm.
You are in his part of the bracket. So if Plainswater is able to beat Coolio, who's not bad at this game, let me tell you, you could be going up against the former champ. How do you feel about that?
It'll be nice.
No, or if you don't want to look ahead from Nochibato. I want to be clear. I'm finding things to talk about while we see if Roenmaru gets in here. You do have to get through Nochibato to do that, who is higher seed than you due to his performance in the qualifier. So I want to make sure. I'm not saying you should look ahead, but that's just something that has to kind of be in your mind, right?
Yeah. I think I didn't do a lot of practice before the qualifier, which I kind of regret. But yesterday and this morning I was doing some seeds because it's like I really need to do some practice this year before I start doing this tournament. Because I'm really bad about putting this off, and like in the middle of the tournament is when I start really practicing. But I'm excited. I think the past 2-3 years I have fought Waffle in the second match, so I'm excited to not have to do that because I have lost every single time.
I know that feeling.
But it'll be fun to face some new people. I don't know who's really new to this year's fully. I don't recognize Nochibato or Rowan, but I mean...
Yeah, Rowan was
I'm
in
really bad with
last year's... Yeah, Rowan was in last year's tournament. So there is, there is a lot of returners. There is also 26 total, which is a record high for this tournament, which is nice. It's real nice. We like it when we get some new players.
Indeed.
Yeah. Speaking of new players.
Yep. Speaking of, Rowan is not going to be joining us. So we're gonna just get to chat about it with what we've got here. So yeah, no. Going through the rest of the seed, you just kind of got to find everything. Not finding the third laser gate. Just getting everything right before you would need to, and kind of jet seed as soon as you can beat Ravenlord.
Yeah, I feel like Ravenlord was at like 26 minutes or so that was like over half the seed was before Ravenlord. And then after that, I was just like, I'm just gonna go, like, I got C-Sash, that's an easy tower route. Then I think Water Mask. What was Water Mask?
Yeah, Water Mask was behind Ilana, so...
That's right. There was a lot right behind Ilana, and so I was like, okay, perfect. Now I can just go to the left side. Burned all the vines. There was a gas mask at some point, so I was like, might as well go kill Ma. it was just kind of straightforward at that point.
Yeah, you both had the gas mask before Ravenlord. I think it was your last check before having to do Ravenlord was you got the gas mask.
And I was like, this should hopefully be something. And then I was like, nope. And in my mind, when I first picked up Kobo, I was like, I really hope this isn't what it comes to. And then for a second, I was like, wait, I just did all the checks. And then I saw the pyramid like light up with those 3 checks. So I was like, oh, that's right.
Yeah, we were all hoping it wasn't going to be the Kobo fight that required it, and then it was the worst possible thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
we were talking about the math about all of the things that would have to happen for Kobo to be required, and then on top of that, you multiply it by whatever you needed for it to be Ravenlord specifically.
Yeah. It just happened.
So hopefully our curse of required Raven Lords is through for this tournament. There's always one.
Yeah. So it was a tough fight. Very much so GG for getting through that. 4 tries, pretty good.
Thank
the
you.
Storm Eye was an inspired choice to fend off the Red Birds, so that was really good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Looking forward to what's coming up in this tournament. We do have Waffle Soup versus Jim the Eternal. I am refreshing to see if we have a restream yet. Not yet. I'm going to bug somebody. Let me see if we can get a restream for that. And when that's tonight in about 2 hours at 10 p.m. Eastern. So keep an eye on the schedule for if that catches a restream. Tomorrow, we've got Coolio MZX versus Planeswater. Again, Planeswater is last year's returning champion. And Friday, we've got Ezra 3 versus ACZ. And then on Saturday, Lunar Ray Games, the creator of the game, aka Bodhi, against me. So full docket. We've got plenty of matches. Like I said, it's 26 players, double a limb. So you got tons of Timespinner ahead.
Indeed. And in just a few minutes on other Speedgaming Live channels, we've got Super Metroid Rando Mystery, or is that Super Mario? I actually don't know.
I think SM is Super Metroid.
Super Metroid Rando Mystery on the main Speedgaming channel, and Super Metroid Map Randomizer over on Speedgaming 2 in just a few minutes.
Yeah. So any final thoughts, WindFae, before we sign off here?
I feel really good with combat in the game, so honestly, I was wanting Ravenlord God, and I was like, fine. This is the challenge. Good. I do want to say thank you for coming. I'm sure that was a little bit of a time just having to watch both of us fight Ravenlord for a bit.
It was a time, that is true.
Yep.
And also good luck in your future games. Urza, you're in the tournament, right?
I am. I went against Bun in the very first match.
Right.
And also shout outs to Rowan once again. Really commendable effort, really just trying a whole bunch of different things to try and get through this Ravenlord fight. Unfortunately didn't manage to make it through, but the fact that he stuck it out and did his best, really, really commendable.
Yeah. And I want to second that. Again, second round. I'm wishing Roenmaru the best of luck. And I really I'm wishing you the best of luck in your next round, like I do every round here, I guess. But still, thanks everybody who's been hanging out with us for this round of Timespinner Randomizer. Again, keep your eyes peeled for another match, hopefully on Speedgaming, one of these channels, in a little under 2 hours. Hope to see you there. But until next time, I've been Wef Jebster, joined in the booth by Urza MTG.
Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Take care.